Have you ever wondered why your energy, drive, and confidence seemed unstoppable in your 20s, but now in your 40s, everything feels slower? You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. The gym feels harder. Focus slips at work. And in the bedroom, let's just say things don't always cooperate the way they used to. Most men assume it's just aging, that this sluggishness, weight gain, and loss of spark are normal. But here's the truth, it's not just age, it's your hormones begging for help. And the surprising part, it could all come down to the kind of nuts you're eating. Yes, you heard that right. The handful of nuts you toss into your smoothie or snack on during the day could either be supercharging your testosterone or quietly destroying it. One type supports the hormones that build muscle, burn fat, and fire up desire. The other type can tank your testosterone, raise estrogen, and even trigger stubborn belly fat. But here's the twist, most men get this completely wrong. In this video, I'll reveal the 4 nuts every man over 40 should eat daily to naturally boost testosterone, and the 2 common ones that silently sabotage your masculinity. Stick around because what you learn today could change how you eat forever. If you're a man over 40, you've probably felt it. That quiet frustration that creeps in when your body doesn't respond the way it used to. You push yourself at the gym, but the results come slower. You try to eat right, but the belly fat clings tighter. Even your motivation, that inner drive that once pushed you to take on the world, feels dimmer. It's not just physical, it's emotional. You start to question your edge, your confidence, your sense of power. Maybe your partner has noticed the change too, the lower energy, the shorter fuse, the lack of spark. And when you look in the mirror, you can't help but wonder, what happened to me? The truth is, it's not your fault. After 40, testosterone naturally declines, but lifestyle and diet can make that drop twice as fast. The wrong foods can quietly suppress your hormone production, clog your circulation, and drain your vitality. And the worst part? You might be eating those exact foods every single day, thinking they're healthy. That ends today. Because understanding what helps and what harms changes everything. I'm Dr. Rachel Rubin, a board certified urologist and men's health specialist. For over a decade, I've helped thousands of men restore their natural testosterone, improve their energy, and rebuild confidence, all without unnecessary medications or gimmicks. Every day in my clinic, I see men who feel lost and frustrated by the changes in their body. And what most of them don't realize is that their hormone health is deeply connected to what's on their plate. That's why I'm passionate about educating men, not just to treat symptoms, but to understand the root cause. Because when you know how your body truly works, you can take control of it. So today, we're diving deep into one of the simplest but most overlooked parts of men's nutrition, the kind of nuts you eat and how they directly affect your testosterone. Here's the good news, you don't need fancy supplements, injections, or expensive hormone therapies to start feeling like yourself again. Sometimes it starts with something as small as what's in your snack bowl. You see, certain nuts contain powerful compounds that feed your testosterone, minerals like selenium, zinc, magnesium, and healthy fats that your body uses to make hormones. They help your cells produce more energy, your blood vessels deliver more oxygen, and your brain stay sharp and focused. But here's the catch, some nuts, the ones most people eat every day, do the opposite. They contain compounds that block testosterone production, increase estrogen activity, and even raise inflammation that wrecks your metabolism. So, one small swap, literally changing what you grab from your pantry, could make the difference between feeling drained and feeling powerful again. In a moment, I'll show you exactly which 4 nuts help your testosterone thrive, and the 2 that quietly crush it. And I'll explain the science behind why they work so you can make the right choices every single day. Because when you understand this one principle, you'll unlock more energy, better focus, and yes, stronger performance naturally. It all starts tonight with what's in your hand. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your body when testosterone levels begin to dip, and how certain foods can either rescue or ruin your natural production. Testosterone isn't just a sex hormone, it's a vitality hormone. It drives muscle growth, fat metabolism, motivation, and even how your brain processes reward and focus. When levels drop, you don't just feel tired, your entire system slows down. Here's the biology. Testosterone is produced primarily in the testes, under the direction of the brain, specifically the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. The pituitary releases a signal called luteinizing hormone, which tells your testes, hey, it's time to make testosterone. But that process requires raw materials, building blocks like cholesterol, zinc, magnesium, selenium, and healthy fats. Without these, your body simply can't keep testosterone production running smoothly. And that's where the right or wrong nuts come in. 1. The power of healthy fats. When you eat the right kinds of fats, especially monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, your cells can build flexible membranes, your hormones can travel efficiently, and your body can regulate inflammation. Nuts like almonds, walnuts, and macadamias are rich in these healthy fats. They provide a clean source of energy that doesn't spike your insulin, and that matters because high insulin is one of testosterone's biggest enemies. When insulin rises, often from sugary or processed foods, your body stores more fat, especially visceral fat, the stubborn kind around your waist. That fat, in turn, produces aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. So, by controlling insulin through better fat choices, you're actually protecting your testosterone. 2. The mineral connection. Now, let's talk about minerals, the hidden heroes of hormone health. Your testicular cells rely heavily on zinc and selenium to produce testosterone efficiently. Zinc, for example, supports the enzymes that convert cholesterol into testosterone. Without enough zinc, your production slows. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources of selenium. Just 2 to 3 nuts per day provide all you need. Selenium helps regulate the thyroid gland, which indirectly influences testosterone levels and energy metabolism. On the other hand, magnesium, found in almonds and cashews, helps free up bound testosterone in your blood. See, most testosterone in your system is bound to a protein called SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin. When it's bound, it's inactive. Magnesium helps release that testosterone, making it bioavailable, the form your body can actually use. When you do this right, when you nourish your body with the minerals it needs, your cells work smarter, not harder. 3. Inflammation. The silent hormone killer testosterone and inflammation have an inverse relationship. The more inflammation your body carries, the lower your testosterone tends to fall. That's why nuts high in omega 3 fatty acids, like walnuts, are so valuable. Omega 3s reduce inflammation, improve blood vessel health, and even enhance nitric oxide levels, which improve circulation, yes, including to areas that matter most. When blood flow improves, your body delivers more nutrients and oxygen to the testes and muscles, meaning stronger production and recovery. But here's the danger: certain nuts contain the wrong type of fats, specifically omega 6 fatty acids, that, when eaten in excess, promote inflammation instead of fighting it. 4. The two testosterone killers. Let's talk about the other side, the bad actors. Peanuts and cashews, though popular, can be problematic. Peanuts aren't actually nuts, they're legumes, and they're high in omega 6 fats and compounds like aflatoxins, a type of mold toxin that can trigger inflammation and oxidative stress. This combination increases cortisol, your stress hormone, which competes directly with testosterone. High cortisol doesn't just lower testosterone, it also signals your body to store more fat and conserve energy. So even though peanuts are marketed as healthy, they can quietly erode your hormonal balance. Cashews, while rich in some minerals, also carry a high omega 6 to omega 3 ratio. That imbalance can tip your system toward inflammation if you're not balancing it with omega 3 rich foods. Over time, that inflammation interferes with both insulin sensitivity and testicular function. 5. The energy loop. Your hormones and your energy levels are deeply connected. When testosterone rises, mitochondria, your body's energy factories, work more efficiently. You burn fat for fuel, you sleep better, you feel motivated again. But to sustain this, you need a diet that keeps blood sugar stable and supports your adrenals. The right nuts provide slow burning energy and nutrients that calm your nervous system. Magnesium, again, plays a huge role here. It helps you relax at night, recover after workouts, and lower cortisol. When you sleep better, your testosterone spikes naturally in the early morning hours. That's why men with poor sleep almost always have lower T levels. So, when you grab a handful of the right nuts before bed, say almonds or walnuts, you're not just snacking, you're setting the stage for better hormone recovery overnight. 6. The scientific proof, multiple studies back this up. Research published in the International Journal of Endocrinology shows that men with higher magnesium intake have higher total and free testosterone. Another study in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that selenium from Brazil nuts improved sperm quality and testosterone levels significantly within weeks. Even more interesting, a clinical review from Frontiers in Nutrition notes that diets rich in omega 3s, particularly from sources like walnuts, are directly linked to improved reproductive hormone balance and reduced inflammation markers. When you combine all of this, healthy fats, key minerals, and reduced inflammation, you create a hormonal environment that favors strength, vitality, and confidence. 7. The takeaway. Your testosterone doesn't decline overnight, it declines by habit. Every meal, every snack, every small choice either builds or breaks your hormonal foundation. When you start giving your body the nutrients it needs and removing the foods that silently sabotage it, you'll notice the difference in days. Your morning energy comes back, your workouts feel sharper, and your confidence, both mentally and physically, begins to return. So the next time you reach for a handful of nuts, remember, you're not just choosing a snack, you're choosing your hormones, your energy, and your vitality. It's that simple and that powerful. Here's your simple plan. Start by adding a handful, about 1 ounce, of these four nuts into your daily routine: Brazil nuts, walnuts, almonds, and macadamia nuts. Each plays a distinct role. Brazil nuts supply selenium to spark testosterone production. Walnuts provide omega 3s that fight inflammation and improve blood flow. Almonds add magnesium and vitamin E to release more usable testosterone. Macadamias give you monounsaturated fats, pure fuel for hormone balance. You can mix them together as a snack, sprinkle them over Greek yogurt, or enjoy them before bed to support overnight recovery. But remember, more isn't better. Just a small handful is enough. Eating too many can load you with excess calories and oxidized fats, which reverse the benefit. Now, for the two nuts to avoid, peanuts and cashews. They sound innocent, but they're high in omega 6 fats and can drive inflammation, cortisol, and estrogen activity. And one more tip: never roast your nuts in seed oils like canola or sunflower. Those oils destroy the healthy fats you're trying to preserve. Keep it simple, keep it natural. Your hormones will thank you. Try this for just 7 days, one handful of the right nuts each day, and see how your energy, focus, and drive start to shift. Then come back and tell me your results in the comments below. If you found this helpful, watch my next video: 5 morning habits that naturally boost testosterone. It's the perfect companion to what we discussed today. Remember, small changes create powerful results. Take control of your health, fuel your hormones the right way, and reclaim your strength. Stay strong, stay informed, and take control of your health.